The Ashes series has been played and won. Australia defeated England 4-0. Attention now turns to the 5-game one-day international series between Australia and England. Stay tuned for my preview of the 2018 Gillette One Day International Series right here on Bevo B5 Productions. Hello cricket fans, welcome to my preview of the 2018 Gillette One Day International Series between Australia and England. Really looking forward to this, but before I get into it, how good was the Ashes series from an Australian point of view? The Australians played so well. The skipper Steve Smith was named player of the series. He was impressive. It was an all-round good series as you would expect. Now in this preview I'll go through the series schedule, the squads, the last ODI series the two teams participated in, and my series prediction. So let's get straight into it. Let's start with the series schedule, and the first ODI gets underway on Sunday the 14th of January at 2:20 p.m. at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. The second ODI is then played on Friday the 19th of January at 1:20 p.m. local time at the Gabba in Brisbane. One Day International Cricket then heads to the SCG for the third ODI on Sunday the 21st of January. The fourth ODI, which is on Australia Day, is being played at the Adelaide Oval starting at 1:50 p.m. local time. And then the final One Day International game between Australia and England will be played at the new Optus Stadium in Perth. I believe that's already been sold out, that one getting underway at 11:20 a.m. local time. So it is going to be a really good series. It's a 5-game series, and they should be crackers. Time now to get into the Australian squad, who are ranked 3rd on the ICC ODI team rankings. Steve Smith is of course the captain, of course player of the series in the Ashes, made 141 in Brisbane, 239 in Perth and 102 in Melbourne. A very impressive series from the skipper Steve Smith. David Warner is also in the side, the vice-captain, who has played more ODI matches than Tests and 2020s. Pat Cummins also in the side, as well as Aaron Finch, who has been playing for the Renegades in the Big Bash and made 51 and 43 in 2 of his last 3 matches. Also in the side is Josh Hazlewood and Travis Head. The big hitting Chris Lynn was named in the One Day International side. However, it's just recently been announced that he will not take any part in the One Day International series due to a calf injury. So a player could replace him there, and I'll talk about the notable absences in just a few moments. Mitchell Marsh also in the side. He had a pretty good test series after being included and replacing Peter Handscomb. The wicketkeeper is Tim Paine. No surprise there. He had a very, very good Ashes series, so he replaces Matthew Wade as the keeper in the One Day International side. Jai Richardson from the Perth Scorchers has also been named in the side. Mitchell Starc, Marcus Stoinis also named. Andrew Tye, who scored a hat-trick in the BBL for the Perth Scorchers a couple of weeks ago, also in the side. And finally, Adam Zampa. So that is the Australian One Day International squad. Let's go through the notable absences now. Of course, Glenn Maxwell is probably the most noticeable one. Yeah, he will be disappointed most certainly, but I said this in my Ashes preview and I say it again, he is a bit, he's not consistent with his cricket at times, and that's probably why he hasn't been included, but he could be included now that Chris Lynn isn't taking any part in the One Day International series. Kane Richardson, I think, is a notable absence. He took 10 wickets in the last series against India. So it's a bit of a surprise not to see him in the side. Of course, he's playing with the Melbourne Renegades in the Big Bash at this present time. James Faulkner hasn't been named, a notable absence, but there's probably a good reason that he hasn't been included into the side, because he's not the cricketer that he used to be. Shaun Marsh and Usman Khawaja also not named in the side. You could argue that they deserve a place in the one-day international side. Matthew Wade also not named in the side. Of course, Tim Paine replaces him as wicketkeeper, and that is rightly so, because Tim Paine has had a very good Ashes series. So that is the Australian squad for the one-day international series against England. Let's take a look at the England squad now. They're ranked 4th on the ICC ODI team rankings, and Owen Morgan will be captaining the side. Moeen Ali is also in the side. Of course, he played in the Ashes series and only took 5 wickets and didn't make many runs, to be fair. Johnny Burstow is in the side, as well as Jake Ball. Sam Billings, who made 61 not out in the Big Bash for the Sixers against the Hurricanes on Monday night at Blundstone Arena. I was there and watched it, and he was hitting them very, very nicely. He nearly won the Sixers the match, but didn't in the end. In fact, he got player of the match, which is a pretty good effort considering the Sixers did lose the game. So Sam Billings in the side. Jonas Buttler is also in the side, who has been hitting some great knocks in the Big Bash for the Sydney Thunder, 67 81 in 2 of his last 3 matches. Tom Curran, Alex Hales, David Malan, Liam Plunkett, Adley Rashleigh also in the side. We also have Joey Root, who of course captained the Ashes Test squad. Jason Roy is also included, as well as David Willey, who has been playing very well for the Perth Scorchers. Chris Wokes and Mark Wood also included in the England ODI squad. Ben Stokes is probably the only notable absence from an England point of view. He did play in their last one-day international series. We know that he hasn't played all Australian tour for England, and so no surprise to not see him in the side, but he is a notable absence because he has played a part in their one-day team in recent times. So that is the England squad v Australia. Time now to have a look at the last ODI series these two teams competed in. Let's start with Australia, who toured India in their last ODI series, and it wasn't a great series from their point of view. They only won 1 of the 5 ODI series. They started with a loss, getting beat by 26 runs on DL Method, and wasn't many positives coming out of the first one-day international against India. The second one-day, they lost pretty heavily by 50 runs. India did bat first, and Australia were bowled out and couldn't quite chase the total. Marcus Stoinis was pretty impressive, though. He got 62 off 75 not out in that game. The third game, India won by 5 wickets. Aaron Finch was pretty impressive, 124 off 125. They actually won the fourth game. Australia won by 21 runs after batting first. India couldn't quite catch the total, and Aaron Finch and David Warner were very impressive in this fourth ODI game. Aaron Finch making 94 off 96, David Warner making 124 off 119. India won by 7 wickets in the fifth one-day international. Stoinis making 46 off 63. So, of course, India winning the series 4-1. Wasn't a great one-day international series from an Australian point of view, and they'll be looking to bounce back in this one-day international series. England's last ODI series was at home v the West Indies. It was a pretty good one from their point of view. They won the series 4-0. There was a no-result game in the second ODI. They won the first ODI by 7 wickets after West Indies batted first. They were able to chase down the total pretty easily. Johnny Burstow made 100 off 97 not out. The third game, England won by 124 runs after batting first. Liam Plunkett took 5 wickets, and Ali made 102 off 57 balls. So a pretty good win there in the third ODI for England. The fourth ODI, England won by 6 runs on DL Method. Chris Wokes took 3 wickets, and Jason Roy made 84 off 66. The fifth game, England won pretty comfortably, winning by 9 wickets. Johnny Burstow Burstow making 141 off 114 not out, and Jason Roy making a very good total again, 96 off 70. So England won their last ODI series against West Indies at home 4-0. It was a pretty impressive result from an English point of view. Time now for my prediction for the 2018 Gillette One Day International Series between Australia and England, and I'm expecting a closer series than the Ashes series, no doubt about that. I feel like the English One Day International squad is a little bit stronger than the Test squad. There's some good names in that side, such as Owen Morgan. I think he's very good. Joe Hess-Butler has been playing very well in the Big Bash. Sam Billings the other night was quite impressive. Alex Hales can produce good form in these short forms of the cricket, and you've also got David Willey as well. There's a couple of other good names in that English squad as well. But I'm tipping Australia to win the series 3-2. They've got a really good outfit, I think. David Warner in the side, opening the batting you would expect with Aaron Finch. You've also got Tim Payne as the wicketkeeper, which I think is a very good inclusion. And then you've also got the likes of Mitch Starc and Josh Hazlewood, and also Andrew Tye as well, who's been performing very well in the Big Bash. So I think Australia are going to defeat England 3-2. Like I said, expecting a closer series than the Ashes series, because I think these two teams, they're close on the ICC ODI team rankings, with Australia 3rd, England 4th. So it should be a good series. Of course, Australia coming off a pretty poor ODI series, England coming off a pretty comfortable ODI series against the West Indies. I'm expecting a pretty close ODI series, but I'm expecting Australia to belt home and win. Looking forward to it. And that is it for my preview of the 2018 Gillette One Day International Series. Cannot wait for it, and I hope that you all enjoy the series, and I hope that you've all enjoyed this preview. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and share this video. Also, press that subscribe button, would really be helpful. And of course, if you want to stay tuned to all my up-and-coming content, then that's the best way to stay tuned, by subscribing. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, enjoy the One Day International Series between Australia and England. Bye for now.